Hey guys, happy friggin' New Year. Or today's December 31st. I took December 30th off just to do like a recap and just to sit down and journal and just to write down my accomplishments I made this year and the stuff I didn't get to do this year. But honestly, this video mostly just me talking about how 2025, what worked for me, what didn't work for me. And let's just start off with this channel. If you guys don't know, I am Tasha Chantè. I'm not new to YouTube. I've started this. I had another podcast channel, and I was posting my vlogs and like personal stuff on that channel. I just felt like it was a little bit cluttered, so I decided to do everything a little bit separately, which brought you guys to this channel. And honestly, I'm just treating this channel as literally like a self diary, and it's for me to look back at in a year from now, or even 2, 3 years from now, or when I have kids and when I have grandkids. I'm gonna see how their grandma looked like and how um, she dealt with her certain stuff in her life and just certain chapters in her life. But I started this channel on December 16th. This was my first ever upload to YouTube was December 17th, 2025. So very, very late to the game for this channel specifically. But I think I want to do it just to test myself and see if I felt comfortable starting fresh, brand new fresh with just me, myself, and I, right? Which brings me to 2025. 2025 has been no word of a lie, a roller coaster. It really has. There was ups and downs, more ups, thank God, than downs, but there has been downs as well. I think overall, like my best year to date has been the year 2023. I was able to buy my car in 2023. There's just so many accomplishments I was able to accomplish within that year. I was like, how come 2023 has not mirrored 2025? You know what I mean? So I sat down early today and I'll just talk about it on YouTube. I just come to realization that I think I became very comfortable where I was and comfortable with everything I'm copying in 2023 and just letting it like ride through the years, and luckily everything sustained itself, which is good. But honestly, I just became so complicit, so friggin' just comfortable in everything I was doing, which I believe has been my downfall in 2025, right? In 2025, in 2023 and 2024, I had very strict goals that I knew I wanted to accomplish, and even goals that kind of looked like very out there, like I don't know how I'm going to do it. I put it no matter what. So you know what? I have 24 hours in a day. There are 365 days in a year. If I don't accomplish 3, I'm going to accomplish at least 2, you know? And I put really, really big stuff on there. Knowing it was going to be hard, but knowing I could accomplish it. Obviously, I had to work towards it, but I accomplished it. In 2025, I didn't do any of that. I remember New Year's Day, I fell asleep. I did not see the countdown. I didn't give two shits about New Year's, to be honest. I just didn't care. I just knew I wanted to be by myself and I wanted to be in my own company. I did not want to be around people. I didn't want to hear from people. I didn't answer any phone calls that were coming in at 12 o'clock. I didn't answer any text messages. I answered it the morning of, but when it was happening, when the clock struck 12 and became January 1st, I did not respond to anyone. I didn't want to speak to anyone. So, and also, normally that day I kind of stay up and okay, you know what? It's 12:01. When you wake up in 8 hours, you're gonna do this first in the morning. I didn't do that for 2025. So I just realized that the stuff I did in 2023 really helped me out a lot and set me up for like the future me. And in 2025, I was just living through my 2023 glory of it all, you know? So I was like, damn. I think I kind of like disappointed myself in 2025, to be completely honest. There was a bunch of goals that I have written down, but I didn't write it down to work towards anything. I think I just wrote it down to write it down. And what I did differently was I had a planner, but I wasn't actively writing in it like how I did in the previous times. And I know some people are very iffy about manifestation, But I'm telling you, once I became obsessed with something, that's all I see. That's all I visualized until I got it. Like even for example, for my car, right? Um, the funny thing about how I even got my car is that I never even went on a test drive. I didn't go on a test drive. I never even seen the car like physically in person at a dealership before I signed the paper to buy my car, right? I was like, I started seeing it one or two like when I was on the road and people were driving by, but that at the time, my car's a 2023, right? And I bought it in 2023, and at that time it was still like the COVID had passed, but everyone knows the car dealerships during that time they weren't really getting much cars in, and if you wanted a car, you really had to order the car. So I had to order my car. I got the highest trim and I got the red interior. And at the time, in all of Toronto and all of Canada, actually, they didn't have it. I told them I wanted it by my birthday, which is June 13th. I'm like, I want it the week of my birthday, but it has to be before my birthday. So I told them if I'm not getting it if I'm getting it after June 13th, I don't want it. So I was very like strict on that, right? But I started seeing the car everywhere. I started watching the car reviews on YouTube. Like I was obsessed with the car. That's all I saw. That's all I thought about was the car. So I just visualized it into my real life until it came in fruition. So I do believe that speaking stuff into reality does really help, and also visualizing what you want helps because you become obsessed with it. And in 2025, I wasn't obsessed with anything. I didn't have any like major goals that I wanted to achieve because I literally had it all. I had all my designer bags I wanted. I had the car I wanted. I had everything that I wanted. You know what I mean? So I didn't really need, and that was where I messed up at. Which brings me into 2026. 2026 is in a couple hours, and there is so much that I want to accomplish in that year that it's going to take my life from here to here. You know what I mean? I always knew for myself, I wanted more for myself. I wanted more than my environment that I grew up in. Yes, I'm so happy I was born and raised in Toronto, but I feel like for me to grow, I need to expand. I need to get away from Toronto. You know what I mean? Toronto will always be my hometown. This is where I've been raised. Like, grew up, school, everything. Born in Toronto. Like, my roots are all in Toronto. But I told myself I do need to get out my cocoon because I do realize that I love being by myself a lot, and I take solace in just being by myself. I love to go places by myself. I enjoy my own company. And it's weird because I actually don't like people around me. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about me, but everything people do sometimes it aggravates me. It bothers me. And I just much rather be by myself 24/7, you know? Like I'm around people, don't get me wrong, but as soon as I can break free and leave and be by myself, that's the first thing I do. I run to go be by myself. Which is another thing why one of my goals is to travel more. I plan on going to at least one or two vacations a year at minimum, because I want to take myself on my comfort zone. I feel like I'm a little bit too sheltered. I have like a safety blanket over me, and I'm a creature of habit, and I don't like stepping out of my comfort zone, to be honest. When I do, I end up loving the results, but just going to it is just, I don't know. So I plan on traveling way more in 2026. Also, there is a bunch of other really big goals that I have in mind that I'm obviously not going to share now because I do believe that I don't believe people can ruin stuff for you because what's meant for you is meant for you, but I do believe in the power of the tongue, and I do believe sometimes people can, weigh down your progress and kind of like stop your timeline kind of with their bad tongues, you know what I mean? So I'm very cautious of that, so I just know to keep it hush hush, but there's so many stuff that I'm excited to do, excited to accomplish. Honestly, with this channel, if it takes up, it takes up. It doesn't. But to be quite honest, I'm just using this as a diary. To be quite honest, I'm using the diary And I feel like even my other channels, because I have two other channels, the very first one I ever did, to be quite honest with you guys, it took off because I wasn't like obsessed with making it. I wasn't obsessed with like, oh, I really want to be successful on YouTube. No, it just came from me just posting and just like I would post and just go. You know what I mean? Um, my other one was the podcast channel, and I paused that because I just a lot. There's a lot going on time wise for me because I'm just juggling so many different hats. But that's another thing. For 2026, I do want to pick that back up and try to figure out really how to manage my time. And I know for a fact I need to. I don't know. I just know I need to get comfortable with delegating certain roles to certain people. Sometimes I'm very like, if I don't do it myself, I just think it won't get done properly. And I just have to kind of release that thought of control, basically, you know, and just be okay with collaborating and letting go of certain stuff and be like, you know what, this is your role, you do it, I trust you, and blah blah blah. You know, it's very hard to do, but I'm gonna have to learn how to do it. Now, for the way I was able to succeed so much in 2023. Oh, in 2023 actually, I actually got my dream job, which was working in head office, and I loved what I did. But anyways, they actually went out of business. The company actually went out of business, but I had left before they went out of business. I think a couple months prior, I left before they closed down. And even the time when I was leaving, they actually offered me a pay increase to stay, but it wasn't the money. I just did not want to do it anymore because I don't know, guys. Like, I think with me, I honestly don't like doing the same thing over and over and over again. I don't like it, like at all. I don't like the sense of routine when it comes to clocking every day and sitting at my desk and doing the same thing over and over again. I don't like it. I didn't like the sometimes toxic like head office um, environment that I was in. Even though it's not like it's retail where oh you're working for a commission. It's not like that. Everyone's getting their salary, so there was really no need for it. But you get those catty like old women who would start stuff. You know what I mean? But it wasn't even that. It was like I just did not enjoy waking up every day to know that I had to drive all the way downtown. I had to go to the office from this time to this time and do the same thing every single day. So that's why I just know in my heart of hearts that I'm just naturally meant to be an entrepreneur. That's just what it is, you know? But for 2026, I don't even know. I think I wanted to do, which I never did before, but I wanted to do the quarter, what's called the quarter planner. So it's like the Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4. So basically, it's just like it's easier. It's better for you how to do it that way because you get to actually accomplish your goals. I didn't do it previously before I was able to accomplish all my goals, but I'm gonna give it a try and see how to do it, and then also try to do it that way and see how it works. I'm gonna do quarter one and see if I'm actually going through with it, and if it's not really working for me, then I'm gonna jump to doing how I normally do it, which is just getting a 2026 planner. The ones that have the calendar and has all the additional notes on the side, the ones with the stickers on it. Because I'm a very visual person, so I have to have like stuff all over my pages and do it that way, you know. But guys, I think I'm like 2026 is going to be a big year for me because I put myself on such like a high pedestal in the sense where I know that I'm the only one who can change my life for me. No one can do it. And I don't know. I think I've always been like the person where I never really depend on anyone. And it's not even like, oh, I didn't have people that I can depend on, but I've always been super self like dependent, and maybe even to the detriment of me. Even when I may say, you know what, damn, I may need some help with this, but no, I will stress myself out until I get it done. And I know I will always get stuff done without needing someone's help, but sometimes they say that you need to be able to ask for help, but I can't do it. I can't do it. I've never been the type to be able to I think even the thought of asking for help just makes me want to gag. Like I cannot do it. I'm so self-independent and so like I don't even know the word to describe it, but I don't know. I just know that in life, I would say that I came in this world alone. I'm gonna die alone. I'm gonna be in my own casket by myself, and I only have me to change my life for me. You know, I think I put so much pressure on myself, especially with the age I'm turning, because like we're only getting older. You know what I mean? And I I also have to, which I know already, but I think I've kind of cracked the code knowing that everyone has their own timeline. So the seeing other people's timeline is not going to be my timeline. And I know that. So I just feel like I'm not even like comparing timelines. I'm just like, I expected to have this at this age. You know what I mean? And even like, just for example, like owning a house, right? I thought of this age to own a house, but then I'm thinking like, how the fuck could I have owned a house when the economy and the housing market is so shit right now? It's terrible. Like, comparing to the house sizes in America compared to one in Toronto, a fucking bungalow is like 4.2 million. And you get no land, no driveway, no backyard, no square footage, no nothing. Like my house is here and the person's house is like right here. If I stick my hand out, I can touch their window. Like if I wanted to live like that, I would have stayed in an apartment. You know what I mean? But I just have to let myself know like I could have never gotten a house at this during this housing crisis in Toronto, you know? Obviously if I go elsewhere, like if I was to go to America, it would have been way more attainable, very easy peasy to get a house, other no questions asked, right? But I would never want to live in America. I love you guys down. But how stuff is right now is super, super crazy. And also, I'm very big on gun control. I don't like guns whatsoever. I feel like if you have a gun, you're going to use the gun. And I just want it. I don't like any of that. I don't like the whole stand your ground law. I don't like the whole, if the person's feeling intimidated or feeling that you press them or you're getting aggressive, they think in their head it's okay to pull a gun and shoot and kill you. I can't do that. Worse than I'm black. And then when I do choose to have kids, they're going to be black. So I can't even justify the thoughts of even living and trying to set roots in America. That's not happening. It's not happening. I will stay my ass in Canada and have my kids in Canada and raise my kids in Toronto specifically. And then obviously travel, right? But I like Toronto because we don't do the guns. Yes, there's gun violence, but those are legal guns. You know what I mean? But I've never ever had a situation where I felt threatened or someone pulled a knife or a gun. I mean, nothing like that in Toronto. Never ever happened in my life. Ever happened before. So that's another thing. But I feel like in 3 years from now, I feel like in 3 years from now, I will have my kids. But you know they say like when you tell God your plans, he'll laugh at you. And if that ain't true, that ain't true. That is fucking true. But I'm gonna put myself out there. I'm going to work on these goals that I have set. And honestly, just keep this channel for a digital diary and to look back at the end of 2026 and be like, I did it. So future me, when you're watching this, just know that you did it. I'm so proud of you that you did it and you set your mind to your goals and you accomplished it. And look at where you're at now. I'm very excited and very happy with the year has to come. And I want to take you guys along with me on this channel because, like I said, this channel is going to be like my digital diary. Honestly, it's just for me to say how I feel. I choose to pick up the camera and vlog. I choose to pick a camera and vlog, but it's just like a diary channel. You know what I mean? And from the outside looking in, like if you were to watch maybe like my vlogs and stuff, yes, I go shopping all the time. Yes, my cars, you know what I mean? Like, you from the outside looking in, you think, oh yeah, she's living okay, you know? And that may be it, but I have so much stuff that I want to do, so much that I want to accomplish. And we're all trying to navigate this thing called life. I have to keep telling myself that I don't have the manual. There's no playbook on this. Everyone's journey is totally different than the next person's journey. So for 2026, I'm nervous for it, but I'm also pretty happy and pretty, I don't know, I'm very nervous what 2026 has in store, but in a good way. I know that a lot of stuff is going to change, and I am aware that change is going to be happening, but I think being in my cocoon and just being like very sheltered how I am, to be, because I'm going to be doing a lot of solo traveling as well. When I say travel, I'm going to do a lot of solo traveling. Just coming from a place where I'm like so sheltered and so like cocooned, to putting myself out there and putting myself in certain situations that I know I know to depend on myself or God. I do it all the time, but being somewhere foreign and just being in a different place that you've never been before is a little bit nerve wracking. But I'm excited and I'm nervous. But guys, if you're doing 2026, I highly recommend that you guys do like a digital diary and just talk to your phone, talk to your camera, and just write down certain stuff and just hold yourself accountable on film, like I'm doing. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye and Happy New Year.
You said I